after seeing the bulletin, there were several people that came up to me and said, Alan, you can sing? And I said, no. Alan, you're going to sing? No. Alan, is that a hidden talent? Yes, I'm going to keep it very hidden. But what I would like to do this morning is introduce Opal and the song and the story behind it. So you have to bear with me a little bit because it's going all the way back to 1977. The fall of that year, I was a 15-year-old sophomore in high school, and I started coming to church here because of Amy. And it was because I wanted to be wherever she was. And she was going to be my girlfriend, but she just didn't know it yet. So I came to Sunday school because she was there. We stayed for church. And then youth group, I was there. So the next 2 years, guess what? I got to come to church with Amy because she was my girlfriend. And she was going to be my wife, but she just didn't know it yet. So fast forward 2 years past that, and I had completely annoyed her into submission, and we were married right here in the church. And that's how my church life here began, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. 2 years after we got married, I went to Arizona, she and I, for my first coaching and teaching job, but we were always able to keep our connection here because we spent all of our Christmas vacations here and our summer vacations. So this church remained with us all the while. And when we moved back for good in 1996, we were young parents then. And it was a joy, it was a blessing, it was an honor, it was a privilege to have our boys raised here in this church. And there's no doubt in our mind that because of the love and the upbringing and all the encouragement and the compassion and everything that they were showed when they were in their formative years, we know that that's a huge part of why they're the young men and husbands and fathers that they are today. So we're very, very grateful for that as well. What holds true today and what I realized very early on as being a part of this church is that in addition to Amy, there are a lot of good people here. There are a lot of good people in our congregation, and they're people who are welcoming and accepting. They're loving and caring, and they're sharing. They are helpful and encouraging, and they're forgiving, and they're positive. And all of those things add up to the kind of building that we have here, but the people inside the building is what makes it. So to get to the song that Opal's going to sing for us, it was originally done in 2010 by Miranda Lambert. It's a country song called The House That Built Me. And it's about a gal who comes back to her hometown, and she wants to revisit her old childhood home. But what really resonated with me in that song was the title. And so I reworked the lyrics to make it fit our church. But when I think about the house that built me, this is what I think about. This is the place that has helped build me ever since the time I was that 15-year-old sophomore in high school, all the way through being a young husband and a young parent, all the way through middle age, and now, unfortunately, into the senior citizen stage. But it hasn't stopped. And a lot of you are a huge reason why I had such great role models to be a part of this house that built me, including our pastors and the one we have now. So the men of the church I always admired because of their willingness to help and work and volunteer and fix and build. And I thought when I was a younger man, I want to be like those guys when I grow up. And that's what this church has done. So Amy and I are lucky we got to come back here again. The first line of the song that you're going to hear Opal sing says, "They say you can't come home again." But we were able to come home again. And luckily for all of us here, when you have a church home and a church building and a church family like we have, we get to come back home every single Sunday. So Opal, let's take it away.
They say you can't go home again, but I come back here time after time, greeted with smiles and hugs and open hearts. And that's how I know that this church is mine. And up those stairs in that library classroom is where we share our thoughts while learning about God. And I bet you didn't know that our turkey dinner here is somewhere around 100 years old. Every time I'm here I get this feeling. The people in this place are so appealing. Here I'm always just myself. I don't have to be no one else. When I come here sometimes it's hard to leave. I'll take every single memory from the church that built me. We went to Miss Carrie Ann's Bible school for years. A week in July with tots and kids and teens. Crafts were made and songs were sang. We had our church family to thank for taking all of us under their wing. Every time I'm here I get this feeling. The people in this place are so appealing. Here I'm always just myself. I don't have to be no one else. When I come here sometimes it's hard to leave. But I'll take every single memory from the church that built me. You leave here and you go home to the best week you can. And Sunday comes and I'm back here to recall just who I am. Every time I'm here I get this feeling. The people in this place are so appealing. Here I'm always just myself. I don't have to be no one else. When I come here sometimes it's hard to leave. But I'll take every single memory from the church that built